T1 or tier 2?
T1, okay. What is going on, folks? My name is Grizzly and welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are live with the Alter Ego Elite Pro Scrims. We're at Candy, it looks like tonight. Less than 25 seconds on the clock before this plane takes off. Don't go anywhere, enjoy the song, and we'll be back with live action very soon. Alright, folks, having said that, this plane has taken off. We've got Mayank Sharma in the chat, the first person on here. Thanks so much for being here, Mayank. Says Universe OP. I'm sure they are. I've covered them in a few games before and I enjoy watching them play. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at the plane path. This is what it looks like. Pretty straightforward, heading from south to north. I'll go ahead and close that. So a lot of options, really dissecting this island almost into half. A lot of options: Dino Park, Volnova, Castle, Villa, Coal Mine, Cosmodrome, Gorka. Pretty much the whole island is looking like it is accessible at this point of time directly from the plane path. Let's go ahead and start taking a look at the teams, and we'll get to their spots in a bit. On our screens right now is Team XGP. This is a 4-man squad. It looks like XGP 4E. They've got Ether, Hydra, Storm and Terra on their lineup tonight. Continuing on from there, we've got team number 12 close by as well. It is Team ETY perhaps landing right next to team number 6, so expect an early fight here. But the lineup for now is Titan OP, Pika, Lynch and Bolt. So let's try to get an aerial view first off immediately to see if we're going to get a fight instantly. It looks like a couple of players are close by, but let's see if they're going to come face to face. On our screens right now, Ether has picked up an AKM already early on. Looking like he is a little bit close, but has a little bit distance between him and members of team number 12. But take a look at this. Storm OP is almost coming face to face against a couple of players from team Oblivion. I think that is... possibility of an early fight here. Perhaps we have time to continue on those lineups. We'll come back as soon as we see an update on the kill feed. Up on your screens right now is team FRS, and their 4-man lineup tonight for them is Bot Balu, Woody OP, Brian OP and Kratos. Elsewhere on the kill feed I saw someone getting knocked out with a punch, and I want to go and see that action. Looks like Team Origin have lost a player early on. It is Rogue who has gone down. Looks like he is in a fight. The whole team is actually in a fight against Team KWH. Scream here with a BP Bison in his hands, trying to get a good position. Here's KWH Satan. I'm going to call him Satan. Shuklesh Kumar, what's up Shuklesh? Thanks so much for being here. KWH Zash being reduced to 1 HP, forced to retreat, but for now this is KWH's lineup tonight. They got Satan, Zash, Destro and Scientist facing off against team number 24. This is Team Origin. They've lost a player early, but the 3-man squad that is remaining is Charlie, Neo and Scream. Charlie and Scream now just taking more defensive positions. Scream in fact rotating, trying to get a different angle on members of Team KWH as Charlie and Neo hold those spots. Satan here moving in closer with a G36C in his hands, trying to move up the stairs here. I wonder if he's going to be able to pick up some good angles. Maybe not for now. I did see on the kill feed more updates from Team XGP, so let's head over there. And looks like team number 12 have lost a couple of players. This was the fight we were looking at earlier on between team XGP and team number 12. XGP looking like they've lost a player as well. So Nox exchanged surely, and they've lost a few players as well. But for now, this is looking like a 3v2 with XGP with a sure man advantage. A good angle for Pika here up on top. I wonder if they're aware of his position. Looks like they are. I think I saw a nade coming in. Nonetheless, Neo with that Tommy gun will secure that knock. And now it looks like Titan OP is the last player alive. He is going to have to hustle. I don't know what options he's got here. Just holding that staircase here. Not a bad ploy really, but can be tricky. He's got more than one player. A successful knock with that Uzi Titan OP. Surely he's going to volt from here and go for that second knock, but XGP's Ether is not going to allow it, coming in with his AKM. That will be the first squad wipe for Team XGP. They've lost a player, mind you, but they're going to have to continue on with just 14 kills to their name. I'm going to head back to Team Origin, who look like they've just confirmed the squad wipe on team number 12, I believe it was. And yes, I can confirm for you, team number 12 have exited from this game as well. We just missed that fight. Team Origin losing a couple of players, but they still have Charlie and Neo who are still on. Continuing on with the lineups, let's go ahead and take a look at team number 9. Team number 9 is a little bit south of Dobro Mesto. This is the 4-man squad for them tonight. It's Team Rise, in fact. A lot of fights breaking out. I'm going to try and catch all of this action for you guys if we don't miss it entirely. We'll come back to that. Here's Damo, Escrow, CJ and Harshan on their lineup tonight. Is Team Rise, a team that I've not seen before in this room. Maybe I've missed them. On slot number 10, folks, is Team Universe. Here you go, Mayank. You were asking for Team Universe. They've got a 4-man lineup tonight. Sokritos, Karthik, OP, Spartan and Jack is a 4-man squad. These guys are at Coal Mine and looking pretty comfortable. No teams around them really. Let's head over now to the next team on our screens right now. Will be Team Rook, who look like they were in a fight early on. And there you go, updates in the kill feed again. I'm going to head over. It's all the way northeast at Trevno, and looks like it was Team Rare who was involved in a fight, is still involved in a fight, have picked up a couple of kills already on members of, I'm going to guess, team number 18. And this is looking like a Team ERA, 21st Era. Yeah, that's their name, 21st Era. This is the last player alive, unfortunately, is Egenix, and he is looking AFK to me at this point of time. I'm not quite sure, or is he just taking a third-person peek for a really long time? It does look like he's focused a little bit in the wrong spot. But for now, Team Rare looking like they've picked up, looking strong actually. They've picked up 3 kills and will go for the hunt on that last player, and I have no doubt that they will secure that finish on 21st Era's last player, especially if he continues to remain AFK. Let's continue on with those lineups. We were looking at Team Rook a little bit earlier on. They've lost a player early. Unfortunately, it's Phantom OP who has gone down. In fact, looks like we're coming just in time. They're up against team number 15. Here's Rooks, Rumor, FTW getting a good angle. Hitman looks like he has made the push, and I'm going to try and follow him. He's got an Uzi in his hands. Falling back to a more defensive position now. Let's get an update on team number 15 for you guys. All 4 players still in this. They've got 4DS Siny, Curse, Rito, Oxy, 4DS Oreo and Hawk. So this is looking like the 4DS lineup. They've got good positions right now on the last remaining members of Team Rook. Rumor, FTW in, and Hitman, as well as Bhima. Bhima here trying to make a getaway in the BRDM, and looks like he will just about be able to make it come undercover. .4DS Oreo in the most advanced position. In fact, .4DS Hawk in the most advanced position. He's made a clever left flank, and if Rook Hitman isn't aware of his position, this could result in a knock for Team 4DS. Cover fire coming in from Rook's Rumor FTW as Hitman is looking to take an advanced position as well. He's trying to get a third-person peek from this angle. Rook losing a couple of players in this exchange. His 4DS Oreo picks up a knock with his G36C. It's going to be down to just Hitman, the last player alive from Team Rook. He's going to try to use this molly to slow the rush perhaps, and the molly goes in from the left. He rotates to the right as his team members will get picked off pretty easily. In comes a push from the right. It's Hawk. But it was really difficult for him to pull that one off. It was a 1v3 and Team 4DS is going to come out on top of that. In fact, it was a 1v4, bringing up their kill count now to 4, picking up their first squad wipe of this game. GG's and well played to Team 4DS. Continuing on with our lineups on your screens right now should be Team MH30. It's a 3-man squad tonight for them on slot number 14. They've got Bala, Thor and Ishan, and they're going to have to soldier on with just 3 players. Unfortunately for them, I saw another update in the kill feed, this time involving Team Paix. So let's head over there and check that out. This is Team Paix on your screens right now. A 4-man lineup for them as well. Shots, in fact, coming in on them from behind, perhaps from team number 19. But for now, this is the lineup that they've come with tonight: Satan, Shadow, Taco, and Luther. Looks like Team MS30 have lost a player against in a fight where Team lost. Shots exchanged. Surely this was the work of team number 19. They have enough cover to pick up the revive. A smoke has come out as well. Team number 19 here lost a team that we haven't looked at yet. Here's their lineup for tonight. They've got BTC, Martin, Megatron and Nerve. Have a good position right now, and just in front of you, you guys saw that move from Team MS30 splitting up into two different directions, trying to spread out the spray, but the spray never came in fact, and Team MS30's Bala here is trying to make a rotation. That is a good looking rotation from him. Maybe the other two team members can get a more threatening position, perhaps come onto these ridges and put team number 19 to the test. But for now, it is looking like they are content with stopping just behind where Bala has stopped. They have not lost a player. Team FRS was in the vicinity as well, and quite happy to not get involved in any fights, as we now move on to just 40 players alive in this match. We did start with a little bit of a small number. The zone has changed, folks. It has moved further northwest. There you go on your screens. So a few options: Krichas, Dobro Mesto, for teams to just settle down for the rest of this game. Let's move on with our teams. Here you go on slot number 22, and pretty much in the center, looking at Team Paix, in fact, is Team NOS. Here is Arrow on your screens with that G36C. Got a 4-time scope on it, and he definitely has spotted Shadow from Team Paix. Was trying to go for that knock, but maybe just pulling back in the last second. This is the lineup for tonight: Kid Comet, Arrow, Sudha OP, and J4. 4-man squad on them tonight. As you guys can see, Shadow has taken a little bit of damage and is going to immediately strap on that first aid. So these are the distances that they are dealing with. In fact, Taco has gone down. No damage done. He's getting revived immediately almost. But interesting there, as he did come out of cover. Looks like Satan is going to go ahead and get him that revive. They've lost a snowmobile as well. Shadow and Luther are the other two players holding good angles on Team NOS. And take a look at this. It's Team MS30 who unfortunately came this way and getting taken down almost immediately. MS30's Thor was the only player alive. More shots coming in. There's still not enough cover as Ishan continues to take damage. But for now, Thor has gone for the revive. He might just be able to finish it here. Team XGP is behind as well. As for the third player of Team MS30, Bala was eliminated almost immediately. And as soon as the revive got done, MS30's Thor getting knocked from a player from Team NOS. So 3 teams getting involved here. Shadow Paix is knocked as well. But for now, MS30 will have a little bit of time and breathing space to go ahead and pick up those revives. Meanwhile, Shadow Paix is looking like he is knocked and has managed to pick up is going to be able to pick up a cover. Meanwhile, Paix Taco has made the push in, perhaps a wrong move. Got knocked on the way in. He did have another player around him. It is Satan, as you guys can see. Doesn't have any cover, I'm afraid, and is just out in the open. Will get knocked surely, as NOS Kid Comet will pick up the knock on him. A reverse knock immediately from Luther coming in. Couldn't save the knock, but right now take a look at Team Paix's position. They're down to just one player. Luther did the best he could to give that cover fire. For now, of course, I don't think he'll have an option to revive any of his team members. Satan is lying knocked as well. He doesn't have much cover, so I don't think Luther is going to try and consider that. He's up against pretty much a 4-man lineup in front of them. Molly's coming in, doing a lot of damage. Not doing any damage, actually. Falling pretty close to him. But Luther looking quite comfortable for now. Unless Team NOS wants to be aggressive and make the push, I don't see this getting converted into a squad wipe. Satan is actually trying to crawl back. This is a brave effort, but of course NOS is not going to allow that. Kid Comet picking up that confirmation, and Team Paix is down to just their last player. Luther is going to navigate from this position. How is he going to get out of here? I don't see any usable vehicles around him, so unless he can pull out something extraordinary and special out of the bag and pick up perhaps a one-man squad wipe. Meanwhile, NOS's Sudha OP has picked up a knock. This time Gang's Ishan has gone down from Team MH30. This team has been stuck in a difficult spot for a while now. A couple of players from Team NOS, take a look at this. It is Arrow who has tried to make the rotation from the left to get a view on Team MH30. Looks like we'll come face to face with them any second now. More shots coming in from behind as NOS Arrow will go ahead and try to go for the finish here. And the two NOS players who made the push have both been knocked, unfortunately. Looks like it's a combination of Team MH30's defense and Team XGP up on top of that ridge. Will go ahead and steal one kill as well. NOS Arrow goes down. MH30 thought didn't want to lose another one, so went ahead and confirmed that player from Team NOS, who now find themselves down to just 2 players. And guess who's going to benefit from this situation? It is Team Paix Luther, remember, who was still here and probably might actually have a chance to make the push in, maybe even pick up a sneaky knock on Team NOS, and that will be the end for them. Gang Ishan going down, MH30 getting confirmed and will be eliminated from this game at the hands of Ether from Team XGP4. XGP4E looks like their name is, my apologies. XGP4E coming up at the right time and picking up a really good position. Team Paix Luther down to just 1 HP. Looks like he tried to make the move from that rock to this tree for cover, but Team NOS isn't going to allow it. They're just not giving him any breathing space whatsoever. Take a look at the spray. You can see those pieces of this tree flying off as he desperately holds on to this position for safety. That's good suppressing fire coming in from Team NOS. Meanwhile, Team Universe looking like they have come into a decent position as well. Let's get an update on the zone. In fact, it's about to change in about a minute or so, so we'll give it a little bit more time. Let's head over now to a team that we haven't looked at for a while. It is Team Rare, who have picked up 4 team kills early on your screens right now. The G36 4x scope setups all looking strong. 4 players still alive in this team. We've got 27 players still on the server. 9 teams still in it, trying to fight for that chicken dinner. On your screens right now is Team Rise. All 4 players alive here as well. No team kills, but that does not necessarily mean that that they haven't been playing well. Sometimes in these kind of rooms, you just need to be more passive to try and secure those position points. And doing well so far. Team Origin in front of them. Remember, Origin did lose a couple of players earlier. Scream and Rogue had to exit this game. So Charlie and Neo have a lot on their shoulders right now. And will have to continue on. What's going on, chat? Jairaj Kane. What's up, Jairaj? Thanks so much for being here, bro. KDK Fiend. What's up, Fiend? Thanks for being here. Vigil says Jiku Raid. Jichu Sir Uir says KF. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. Intense. Grizzly Uir. What does Uir mean, guys? I don't know. Origin Neo with that SLR picking up a good knock on a member of Team Rise. Perhaps this is what they needed to get out of here. Smoke that car, but I don't know if there's a way out because he has to drive through the smoke. And coming out from this angle here is going to result in a little bit of trouble from Team Rise, who's definitely trying to make things make life difficult for them. So yes, for now they've chosen to walk away. And not a bad idea. There was a clever and timely knock coming in. Elsewhere, it looks like Team NOS has been eliminated from this game at the hands of Team XGP4E. Wow. So finally the fight ending. And who would have thought that Team NOS will come out at the wrong side of that one? They were definitely looking strong. I wonder if Team Paix's last player is still alive. Yes, it looks like he has still managed to survive somehow. And in that same position, Team NOS were giving him a tough time, but he stuck it out. And Team XGP coming to his rescue, maybe unwittingly. They probably are not aware. But for now, take a look at this. 9 team kills. Ether up to 6 kills. Looking strong here is Team XGP4E. They have lost a player, so they're going to continue on with just 3. But I think that might just be good enough. The way these guys have been rotating. Grizzly Bro says, Raiden, what's going on, Raiden? Thanks so much for being here. Universe now in a fight. I'm going to try and head over there almost immediately. Second player of Universe going down just as we tune into this action. A third player possibly going down as well. Take a look at his HP. He's on 1 HP. Universe Jack here trying to make a rotation. Maybe pick up a knock and give his team some breathing space. But does look like they are fighting members of team number 9. Crow will go ahead and confirm the finish on Spartan. So he has exited this match. Karthik OP looking like he is in trouble for now. Universe Jack coming out and crouching immediately to pick up that knock on Rise's S Crow. Jack doing really well here, but he was so low on HP. Could not survive the fight. In comes another player from Team Universe. This is definitely one of the last two players. He's managed to pick up the revive on Karthik. So Karthik is alive as well. What is happening with... And looks like they've confirmed the squad wipe. We just missed that. But take a look at this. They don't have time to recover. Team Rare has made the push in. Perhaps they've heard the sounds. And Viper with that nade picking up a knock. Karthik OP going down again. It is down to Team Universe under a lot of pressure. Back-to-back fights here. Jack looking at a 1-on-1 up against a couple of players. Now looking like a 1-on-2 and will get taken down. Double teamed. Socrates OP is upstairs trying to get a third-person peek. In fact, in the next building, staying away from all that action. Rare will go ahead and pick up those easy confirmations as team number 10 Universe is down to their last player. It is Socrates. Savage White T. Grizzly's back, boys. What's going on, Savage? Thanks so much for being here, man. KF says, Jittu sir. Anant Jain says, guys, what's going on, everyone? Thanks so much for being here. But for now, that was an interesting fight. Let's head over now to the XGP4, who look like they are fighting Team 4DS. 4DS losing a couple of players earlier. One player, in fact, Hawk going down, and now it looks like Oreo is knocked. He's getting revived as we speak. Curse trying to the push at bay, but will not be successful, getting taken down. So losing 1-4-1 is Team 4DS. They still have two players in this, Sani and Oreo. Sani is outside this little barn house sort of a setup. Oreo is inside. Team XGP4E in a good position, I should say. Although only one player has made the push in. He might be a little bit outnumbered here as Oreo will pick up the knock. Good cover fire coming in from up on top from Ether. Will pick up the knock and finish. That will bring down a team number 15 to their last player, surely. It is Sani as... in fact, Rito has used this opportunity to crawl back while he was knocked, and he's actually going to get revived by Sani. So they're going to revive a player and pick up that, at least reduce that man advantage from 1v3 to a 2v3, which is still more doable. Not the way XGP4E are playing. However, Hydra OP, who was knocked, looks like he'll get revived as well. And this is going to go back to a 3v2. The advantage surely with Team XGP4E. Let's get an update on the zone. We got 16 players alive, and take a look at this. The zone is far northeast, covering very few settlements. Let's try and get an aerial and see where the teams are. There's Team FRS, XGP4E, Hydra getting knocked as from a G36 spray from Team Origin is Origin Charlie, who will go ahead and confirm it as well. So XGP4E unfortunately losing a player unexpectedly. Really a push coming in from behind. Team 4DS is still trying to stick together. Will probably take on Ether 1v2. Can they pull off something? Or will Ether be able to hold them off? That man advantage is going to prove too much as XGP4E will lose probably their best player tonight as Ether goes down. He had picked up quite a few kills. Here is Terra, the last player alive. They've got 10 team kills, and this is a strong performance from them, but could not see it through. Rare PK now picking up a knock on Origin's Charlie as Terra was exchanging fire from them as well. Rare KK has made the move in. These guys are looking aggressive. They don't want to allow that revive surely, and that's understandable because in this zone they want to pick up as many squad wipes as they can. More importantly, for better position in this kind of situations, Origin has picked up a revive in a lightning quick speed, but Charlie, without reviving, without healing, jumped off this rather big looking cliff and has managed to get himself knocked again. Thankfully, no one saw that, so they're gonna go ahead and pick up the revive. XGP4E's last player, Terra, is going ahead and doing a lot of damage, even though he's the last player alive. He's picked up a knock this time around, it looks like, at one of the players around him. I don't see who was knocked, but I definitely saw it in the kill feed. Team Rare, all 4 players still in it. They're in the zone and looking well positioned, it has to be said. It's hard to predict which side the zone is going to go from here, but anywhere up on this ridge is looking really, really good for Team Rare. AE Lynx, what's going on, Lynx? Thanks so much for being here. Wolf Alter Ego, what's going on, boys? Nice to see all you guys, man. It's been so long. AJ, wait, what's up, AJ? Thanks for being here, dude. Long time no see. XGP4E Terra here, bringing up his kill count now to 4. He is in the zone, so doesn't really need to move, but I'm going to update the zone. There you go. It has moved away from the cliff, so this leaves team number 23 in a little bit of a difficult position. They'll probably need to make the move into the zone, and quickly at that. Team number 24 looking well positioned. Charlie and Neo from Team Origin, they're in this church, in fact making the move further inside, probably want to be center. And speaking of center, here's a team that is central to this last zone. It is Team FRS, who haven't lost a single player. Almost losing one as I said that. Origin, Neo and Charlie once again proving to be enough to take on 4-man squads against, despite that man disadvantage. A nade coming in, trying to do some damage on FRS's Woody and bot Balu. Frantically moving around in this house. So team number 8 is in front of them. We've got team number 15, 4DS, the last 2 players who are alive and somehow made it into the zone despite being in a tough position a little while earlier. We've got team number 23, Rare, looking like they've found a good spot on the ridge and in the zone, so that is definitely a good position. Meanwhile, FRS Woody OP will go down with that nade coming in from a member of Team Origin. Team FRS now down to just 3 players. They got a couple of problems to deal with here. 4DS Seni looking like he's getting into a very aggressive position that they'll probably have to give him attention behind, leaving them vulnerable to Team Origin surely. And of course, XGP4E's Terra is coming along as well, just fine, playing passively. He's about 20 meters outside zone, doesn't need to get involved in any fights. There you go. This is looking like an intense last zone. So we got 13 players still in this 5 teams. Looks like we got a view on all 5 teams as we speak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you go. The zone is starting to move in once again. And this is going to be important to see where the zone moves. Looks like FRS have managed to pick up the revive on the player. It was Woody who was knocked. He's back up. So that man advantage is restored. A Molly coming in, doing a little bit damage to Brian OP. He's on fire. And putting on that first aid, will be able to come out of that position. So he should be alright. And the zone has moved towards no man's land. But take a look at the position Team Rare is going to be able to pick up. Take a look at PK. He is in the zone, has these great little rocks for cover, has a height advantage, and he has all 4 members of their team still alive. So it has to be said, Team Rare looking like they are best positioned for tonight's chicken dinner. But I'm not going to jinx it so early because Team Origin have been playing brilliantly, and this position looks actually quite difficult for them. But they can pull this off. XGP4E Terra can pull off something spectacular as well. He's the last player alive. Probably play it as passively as possible. And whoops, what's going on here? A member of Team 4DS has just been knocked by play. And looking like he's in a tough position as Kratos will push 4DS's last player, Seni, going down. That's another team exiting from this game. Down to just our last 4 teams. Team FRS looking strong here. Possibly in contention for the chicken dinner here as well. Neo here with that AKM trying to get a spray on one of the members of Team FRS. He needs to be careful behind because Team Rare have arrived here as well. More shots exchanged as FRS Kratos making a good rotation, trying to get a view on probably a couple of members from Team Origin. Just getting a fresh rotation, a fresh angle. He needs to be wary because XGP4E's Terra here is looking not too far away from them. He's about 26 meters outside zone. He's just going to try and use these smokes to delay his entry. A couple of players of FRS going down with the play zone as Origin Charlie with that M249 will go ahead and confirm those kills as well. He needs to make the move in, trying to loot in zone, and Neo is knocked. Surely he cannot be revived. Charlie needs to get the move on. He's going to try and heal this one out. So that's interesting. It's an interesting move from him. And the play zone will consume the last player of Team FRS as Balu going down here. Charlie has decided to strap on those first aids. I hope he has enough. He's got about 5 first aids, so maybe they just exchanged before Neo got confirmed by the play zone. Charlie deciding to stay in the play zone. How long will those first five aid kits first aid kits last? XGP4E Terra here also in the zone and healing this one out. So Team Rare not having to do much. They probably just need to wait this one out. Terra's probably realized that he's not going to be able to do this. Got up to secure a knock, will get it as well, but that will cost him the game. It is down to just Origin's Charlie, but he runs out eventually as well, and that brings this game to an end. What a match we have just witnessed, folks. Team Rare, of course, the zone playing for them right until the very end. The last 2 zone shifts look like they were designed by Team Rare, to be quite honest with you. A total team kill count of 10. Well played nonetheless, not taking anything away from them. KK with 3 kills, Tulsi with 2 kills, PK picking up 2 kills, and Viper with those 3 kills. Well played, and GG's to Team Rare for walking away with tonight's chicken dinner. In second position is Team Origin, and Neo and Charlie. What a performance from them. Charlie maybe starting the heal battle a little bit too early, but I don't know how many options he had because there were pretty much 4 players in front of him from cover that would absolutely destroy him if he tried to make his way at that particular point. Well played nonetheless for picking up second position. Team Origin doing well. Neo with 2 kills and Charlie picking up 4 kills. In third spot is Team XGP4E. A strong performance from them. Started out really well and aggressive. Picked up a lot of kills, 11 team kills. Ether picking up 7 kills on his own, and Terra chipping in with those 4 kills. Well played to last until the very end. I'm going to walk you guys through the rest of these standings real quick, and I'll be back very soon to announce tonight's MVP. So don't go anywhere, and I'll be back shortly. Hey, what's going on? Siddharth BS in the chat. Thanks so much for being here, bro. Let's go AE, says Siddharth. It's now time to announce tonight's MVP, and no prizes for guessing there, folks. It's going to be Ether with those 7 kills. What a strong performance from him right from the beginning of this game, showing that aggression, showing those pushes just the way this is supposed to be done. Well played, and GG's for walking away with tonight's MVP. That pretty much brings our video to an end. If you guys enjoyed this, please make sure to smash that like button, and if you haven't seen my channel before, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cast PUBG Mobile custom rooms like this one, what we just watched, and I also play some CSGO on the weekends and try to cast and make videos about those as well. So if any of that sounds like fun to you, please be sure to follow all my socials. My Facebook and Instagram are on the screens right now. But for now, that's all from me. Thanks so much for being here. On your way out, please make sure you enjoy this soundtrack. This one is called Sock It To Them by Paul Flint, and I'll see you guys in the next one.